Today in Cannabis News, a number of cannabis-related proposals are pre-filed in the Indiana State Legislature. Hundreds of New York State localities opt in by default to allow cannabis companies to operate in their regions. And the new year brings new cannabis regulations to the state of Oregon. It's Tuesday, January 4th, and this is your Trichomes Morning Buzz.
Broadcasting live from the Trichomes.com studios in Southern California, it's time for your Morning Buzz. We bring you late-breaking news that keeps you up to date with what's happening in the cannabis industry.
First up, new proposals have been pre-filed in the Indiana State Legislature, encompassing matters such as cannabis possession, legalization, and taking the first strides towards establishing regulations for a statewide cannabis industry. That regulatory bill is being sponsored by Representative Sue Arrington. Governor Eric Holcomb is opposed to cannabis legalization. Although he has stated that if federal restrictions are eliminated, he would support legislators passing measures to prepare the state for legalized cannabis. The proposal wouldn't legalize recreational cannabis right away, though it would establish a new Cannabis Compliance Commission and an independent oversight board to regulate the growth, processing, distribution, and sale of legal cannabis in Indiana, as well as the state's current hemp and cannabidiol industries. Representative Sean Eberhart has also introduced a bill that would establish a term for smokable hemp, dubbed craft hemp flower, and adjust the state's hemp statutes, notably eliminating a statute that required hemp flower to be supplied just to registered Indiana producers. Additionally, a second leading Republican Indiana legislator in the state House has indicated that she will introduce a proposal in the coming legislative session for statewide adult use and medical cannabis legalization.
Next up, scores of municipalities and localities throughout New York State are set to permit cannabis companies to launch after the December 31st, 2021 deadline for cities and towns to opt out of permitting cannabis merchants and consuming places in their areas has passed. Meanwhile, as of January 2nd, there remained to be a substantial amount of regions where cannabis trade would not be legalized straight away, according to a registry compiled by the Rockefeller Institute, which counts 642 dispensary opt-outs and 733 consuming location opt-outs. Localities that do not take preemptive steps to prohibit the enterprises, at least temporarily, will be forced to accept an extended opt-in. Although cannabis retailers and public consuming locations can be prohibited regionally in New York, additional cannabis company permit categories like producers and courier services are immune from the opt-out choice. The big takeaway for me is how frequently the lack of state guidelines was cited by municipalities that chose to opt out, which potentially leaves the door open for some opt-in in the future, said Heather Trela of the Rockefeller Institute to Marijuana Moment.
Last up, the new year brought new cannabis regulations to the state of Oregon. The Oregon Liquor and Compliance Commission, or OLCC, approved various adjustments to adult use cannabis laws in a panel discussion on December 28, 2021, in reaction to the fast expansion of the state's authorized cannabis sector. The OLCC's new regulations took effect on New Year's Day, although some of the modifications will take place before 2023. Beginning July 1, 2022, hemp edible items will be confined to 2 milligrams THC per serving and 20 milligrams THC per package to prevent combining items with high THC levels with others. The OLCC will have 18 months to pull non-intoxicating manufactured cannabinoids into line with the same approval procedures and criteria as additives in food items and nutritional supplements under the revised regulations. The latest adjustments include raising the cannabis purchasing cap from 1 ounce to 2 ounces, which took effect at the beginning of this year. Starting April 1, 2022, the panel also authorized a rise in edible THC content limitations from 50 milligrams to 100 milligrams. License holders will be enabled to better self-distribute goods within the new criteria, and the process and expense of reporting crop and yield data to the Oregon Cannabis Tracking System will be reduced.
That was today's Buzz. Thanks for listening. For more cannabis news and insights from industry professionals and a place to discuss these stories and others, visit trichomes.com.
And be sure to catch up with all of our other cannabis industry-related podcasts like Hash It Out, Tech and Cannabis, or the International Cannabis Conversation wherever you get your podcasts. For trichomes.com, I'm Devin Leal.
And I'm RJ Balde, signing off.